About the significance of this resolution and what it would mean on the ground in Somalia.
Practically, the resolution authorizes additional troops of about 4,000. So we will see an increment of the AMISOM troop size from the 17,000 that we know to about 22,000. What that means is that AMISOM will have enough capacity to be able to hold the areas they've liberated, as well as take the fight to the Al-Shabaab. So it's supposed to make quite a lot of difference, because the AMISOM will have additional capacity to be much more agile, as we've seen of them. Because the successes that we've celebrated in Somalia depends largely on the agility of the AMISOM, and this will make quite a bit of difference there.
The AMISOM mission, it's reported that it's really overstretched at the moment. What is your take on the work that they've been doing and the situation right now?
It is true that they've been overstretched, and that is because the nature of the conflict has been changing. Initially, they were on the offensive, but having been on the offensive for some time, they liberated areas, and so they are now being forced to man the liberated areas. So what that implies is that they are stretched in terms of their ability to remain agile against the Al-Shabaab. So going forward, we should see a change. The whole nature of the conflict is changing. The Al-Shabaab is also rapidly adapting. They are no more engaging so much of the AMISOM as we've seen in the past. What they are doing is changing to guerrilla form of warfare and using improvised explosive devices as a strategy. So we will need to see AMISOM also changing their strategy so as to be able to deal with the Al-Shabaab on the ground.
Where do you expect the additional troops to be drawn from? And with what you've just said, who do you think would be best suited for that guerrilla type of warfare?
No, I think that we might see, I think what is most probable will be an increment from the countries that are already on the ground. Already we are having indications that Ethiopia might want to commit to, troops into Somalia. But what that means is that it will be easier to get additional troops from the countries that have already committed to the situation in Somalia, because in that sense we have express commitment from their capitals, as well as some experience on the ground already. We've seen a great deal of work from Uganda and quite a number of countries on the ground, and we may see more of them going forward if additional support is provided.
Thank you very much for joining us here this morning. So that was Senior Researcher at the Institute for Security Studies, Andrews Assamoah. We're going